In an ancient city that lay between mountains, lived a wise man. He was known as the Master Researcher. He was widely respected by the inhabitants for his wisdom and calm, for his serenity was admired by all around him. People everywhere came for his advice, and he always received them with a warm smile. One day, a young woman, tormented by questions that disturbed her heart and darkened her mind with anxieties about the future, arrived at the home of the wise. As he approached him, the restlessness was noticeable in his eyes. "Please, Master," she pleaded, "I am burdened by my worries. How can I find true happiness?" The master listened attentively and invited the young woman to sit with him in the shade of a tree. He lifted a cup of tea and began to pour gently, but when the cup was full, he continued to pour, making the tea overflow on the floor. The young woman watching that, was intrigued by the master's actions, and said, "Master, the cup is already full. Why are you putting more tea? This is just waste." The master smiled and replied, "Young man, your mind is like this cup of tea, already full of worries and anxieties. You are looking for answers without making room for them, just as the cup cannot contain more tea without emptying it first, so is your mind. You must create space within yourself to find true happiness." The young woman reflected on the master's words for a moment and then asked, "But how can I empty my mind and get rid of worries? It looks overwhelming." The sage appreciated the beauty around him for a moment and pointed to the nearby stream. "Young man, watch the water in the stream. It flows effortlessly, never clinging to anything. It's constantly moving, adapting to the twists and turns of the terrain. Similarly, you must learn to flow with life, accepting joys and sorrows without clinging to them." The maiden's eyes illuminated with understanding. She realized that her concerns arose from her attachments and her resistance to change. She needed to let go and embrace the present moment, just as the creek embraced her journey, without getting attached to the things that happen in life. From that day on, the young woman became a frequent visitor to the house of the wise. With each passing day, she let go of her worries and learned to live in the present. Her heart began to fill with gratitude and a new sense of peace settled within her. In life, to find true happiness and inner peace, one must learn to let go of worries, attachments, and resistance to change. Life is fluidity and advancement, and any resistance to this natural process will prevent happiness and peace. Our life is like a cup of tea, and our worries and anxieties can fill it to overflowing. However, to find true happiness, we need to empty our mind of worries, attachments, and resistance to change. We must learn to flow with life, like a stream that never clings to anything. Find gratitude and peace in the present moment, and you will see how your life will be filled with peace and joy. So, we remind you that sometimes you have to let some things go so that something new comes into your life. Thank you so much for watching this video.